Hi everyone, in this video we're going to talk about a secret agent. But this is no ordinary video. To understand this mysterious character, we will dive deep and analyze the personality of Dafuq. I'll also show you a secret video deleted from the Dafuq Boom channel where Cameramen and TVmen appeared 2 years ago. Watch to the end, I promise you'll enjoy it. Let's go! I think you've noticed that Skibidi Toilet has a lot of focus on the G-Man. I decided to start my story from afar, but it's a big deal. G-Man is a mysterious character from the game series Half-Life. His role is still not clear and people are making theories about him. G-Man appears mysteriously. We can only see him. At the beginning and at the end of the game, he engages in dialogue with us, but that doesn't give us more insight. One thing we do know is that this character has influence, but he is in the shadows. G-Man gives us a job to do and only sometimes watches if everything is going as planned. I'm sure Dafuq is inspired by this character. First of all, he used him a lot in the first episodes. Secondly, the main Skibidi Toilet is G-Toilet. Also, the appearance of the secret agent is very similar to the appearance of G-Man in Half-Life. I think the role of the secret agent in the series is the same as the role of G-Man in the game. The first time the agent appeared in episode 45. This is where he was watching the Plunger Man. We've seen similar appearances of mysterious silhouettes, but they were TV men. But overall, it's not particularly related. That the secret agent is Dafuq. I've said many times in other videos he's very similar. He first appears during Titan Cinema Man's battle with the infected Titan Speakerman. Titan teleports away at the end of the episode. At the beginning of episode 46, Titan Cinema Man appears in a different location, but Dafuq is already waiting for him there. It seems that he can move through space and time faster than Titan. In episode 47, we see the agent walk up to the destroyed cameraman, and then the filming stops. What exactly did he want? Perhaps he took the camera to get the footage, but in episode 56, we see that the tablet is labeled Cameraman 1247. If that's a reference to the episodes, it's the cameraman that we watched episode 47 on behalf of. And since he's alive and well again, that means Dafuq fixed him, so he's not at war with the cameraman. But it's not that simple. In episode 48, he's watching from behind the glass. We only get to see him for a second, during the firing of the anti-parasite cannon. This time, he's watching the Plunger Man and the scientist. In episode 52, Dafuq is also watching the Plunger Man and the new camera woman. Also next to him is a secret inscription. Your real enemy is... We don't know who that is, but it could be Dafuq. Yes, he's not at war with the cameramen and the Alliance, but he could be their enemy. Next, I'll explain why. In episode 55, he watches the plunger cameraman again. You might get the impression that he's watching exactly this guy. After all, in almost all the episodes where we saw Dafuq, there was a plunger man. But then in episode 56, he's sitting in a car even though there's no plunger man nearby. So the agent is not connected to a specific character in any way. He's just observing the main events. Also, the squad with the tank hasn't reached the squad with Cameraman 1247 yet, so the message is sent over the tablet. But Dafuq is once again moving faster than the cameramen between locations, proving once again that he can teleport. But why is he watching? Why doesn't he interfere? Now it's time to get to the bottom of who Dafuq really is. This video has been removed from his channel, but this is where the cameramen first appeared, long before they appeared in the Skibidi Toilet series. But let's talk about everything in order. In this music video, young Dafuq talks about how tired he is of life. Everything around is gray and doesn't evoke emotions. People around don't care about him. They are busy with their own problems. Then Dafuq decides to go against the system. He sees his dream in the distance and chooses to go for it. With the help of color, we can understand the mood of the character. When he sees his dream, everything around him becomes colorful. And when he loses hope, life becomes black and white again. And this is where we first see the cameramen. They have human skin. These guys symbolize the system that is always watching us and will prevent us from getting out from under its control. Dafuq decides to go for his goal anyway and keeps running despite the resistance. There are more cameramen, and Dafuq takes the hammer in his hands and destroys everyone on the way to his dream. Notice the cameraman's fingers. They start to extend and wrap around the guy's neck like a snake. We also see the batons, which appeared in the series only in episode 53. The cameramen were using them even earlier. After Dafuq has dealt with the cameraman, TVman appears. He looks a little different. Notice the man in the screen. He also appears on TV on the street. I noticed that there are flags on the sides which most resemble Russian flags. The silhouette of the man also resembles Russian President Vladimir Putin. By the way, if you watch old Dafuq videos, you can find a lot of references to Russia. He has a Russian accent and uses Russian words in his old videos. Most likely he is from Russia. But let's get back to the subject of our research. The cameraman and TV man in this video symbolize the system that won't let the simple guy go. He fights it, breaks through no matter what. But a huge wall appears right in front of his dream. Dafuq wants to get beyond it so badly that he breaks the wall, but he looks down horrified and realizes that there is a huge chasm between him and his dream. No matter how hard he struggles, he still can't get where he wants to go. He can't get out of the system. That's where the music video ends, but it doesn't end the story of Dafuq. The cameramen are not friends. They simply symbolize the system in the Dafuq's video. Their job is to control everyone. At the same time, their alliance friends symbolize propaganda. The speakermen are the radio and the TV men are the television. But who are the Skibidi Toilets? As you may remember in episode 4, people were sitting in a restaurant eating poop. When the Skibidi Toilets showed up and started singing the song, people started turning into toilets too. I think it's a reference to shitty content. A lot of people spend tons of time just flipping through their TikTok or Facebook feeds. They've unlearned how to think and they consume meaningless content in huge amounts every day. Skibidi Toilets and cameramen are at war because they have different goals. The system and the government have the goal of getting people to work. The creators of meaningless content have the goal of getting people to watch stupid videos. They're fighting each other for influence. But who is Dafuq in all this war? He's someone who once realized what's going on around him. He doesn't like this game and wants to get out of it, but he can't. I think he realized that the system wouldn't let him go. He had to live in it. So he started to explore the system. Maybe he started to learn how to control it. There's no point in him fighting either side, because they're all enemies to him. Maybe that's what this message is telling us. Dafuq can only escalate the war, pit the sides against each other. His only goal was to get out of the system. I think he would love to watch the system destroy itself. Perhaps he acts as the one who equalizes the power. Dafuq watches the major battles and secretly helps the side that is losing. I think he wants Skibidi and the Alliance to destroy each other. He has no interest in one side winning. Maybe the message on the cameraman's tablet was sent by him to piss them off with the TV men. Maybe he showed Skibidi Toilets where the cameraman base is. He may even have helped Skibidi the scientist to invent parasites so that the cameramen could destroy themselves. And that's what Dafuq wants. There's a reason why I reminded you about G-Man in the beginning. What do you think his goals were in Half-Life? I think he was running some sort of game of his own. No one who played it understood what it was for. And since we know Dafuq is inspired by this character, maybe they're similar. Yes, he wanted to break out to his dream, but that was a long time ago. Now he's not going anywhere. Who's stopping him from taking a helicopter of engineers and flying off to wherever he wants to go? I think Dafuq's plans have changed. He needs something more than just a way out. Maybe his appearance is some kind of clue. Maybe only the POV cameraman can see the agent, because that's what we're watching. Dafuq has something to tell us. Some kind of message. I've already assumed that he's collecting footage of destroyed cameramen from the battlefield, like a war reporter. But for what purpose? I guess we won't find that out for nothing. Put your guesses in the comments. Maybe he wants to tell us that the world around us is going crazy. Corporations are at war with shitty content creators to control our brains without us even realizing it. Sure, it's more like conspiracy theories, but who knows? Maybe I was close to figuring it out. At least I used all the information I had and tried to build my theories and guesses. That's all for now. That was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!